Today we take a look at The Last of Us, and we see what survival horror should be in this day and age. We watch Naughty Dog take Capcom to school. The Last of Us takes the survivor horror genre back from the action-happy Resident Evil and shows us what horror really is.
Horror has a face, and you must make a friend of horror. Horror and moral terror.
You might have already guessed I love this game, and now it's time to show you why. Let's get things started with the gameplay. Imagine if you fused Uncharted and Resident Evil 4. Now the gameplay is exactly that. You've got to be slow and careful until you're discovered, and then shit get real. Things get so fucked up, you're almost not even thinking anymore. You're just fighting like hell to survive in these sections, and when it's over, your heart is racing, much less the character. And you have sections that just freak you out, like here are these monsters that are advanced infected. They have like fungus on their head. They can't see anymore, so they only react to noise. If you move too fast, they're on you, and if they catch you, you're dead. You can't even shoot them because you might be one in the dark you can't see yet. These sections are amazing. They handle the inventory system better than any game I've seen. You have 2 weapons at any time you can switch on the fly, a la Uncharted. The rest of your weapons are in your backpack, and anytime you're not in combat, you can stop, get out your backpack, and switch out your weapons. It allows you to have a much larger arsenal. Overall, I give the gameplay a 9 out of 10. It's just so amazing to see that survivor horror still exists. It's fun, action-packed, doesn't take itself too far into the action genre, it keeps everything realistic. Next we'll take a look at the soundtrack. Now the thing that makes this game so realistic is the sound. Never has bashing a man's head into a rock sounded so grotesquely real. On top of that, the game knows when to be silent and just let the sound effects around you set the narrative. This puts you into the moment, and silence has never been this fucking creepy. On top of the fantastic sound direction, the voice acting are the best I have ever seen. Even the kids are done fantastically and not annoying like many kids are in video games. At no time are you sitting there aware this was recorded in a booth. The sound for this game earns a perfect 10 out of 10. It is flawless and every game company needs to watch this to see how you do it right. Next up, we'll take a look at the graphics. Frankly, this game looks amazing. It may be the best looking game of this generation. Just look at the graphics. It's as realistic as it gets. Now my only complaint is that sometimes when characters are going into cover they may overlap each other, which does take you out of the moment. However, nothing big, but it should be mentioned. On top of that, the environments are just fantastically detailed. Even things out in the distance, if you look closely at it, you can see that it was clearly designed and meant to be placed exactly where it ended up. Overall, the graphics earn a 9 out of 10. They did a fantastic job here. Next up, let's take a look at the story. I'm not going to spoil it, or at least I'm not going to try to spoil anything in this game. So let's get going. It starts off with a dad and this little girl talking about his birthday present. She got him a watch. And you're thinking, oh, okay. It's going to start off light and work up to crazy. 4 minutes later, this happens.
Jimmy! Jimmy, get straight back! Jimmy, I am warning you! Don't!
This game's not fuck around. Right around the 14 to 20 minute mark, you will cry. None of that bullshit man tears. I'm talking about you just saw your cat go into a stump grinder crying.
Jesus.
Okay, maybe it's a little harsh, but it is pretty fucking brutal. No spoilers, but damn. And after that soul-crushing bit of gameplay, you're back to playing as Joel, 20 years later after a massive outbreak has all but destroyed the world as we know it. And you can see what he's become, a bitter and angry man. As you might expect. Now we gotta talk about Ellie. You may play as Joel, but this ends up being her story. And she is, to be blunt, fucking awesome. And I'll be honest, if she failed as a character, the whole game would fail, and it doesn't. Now the basic plot with no spoilers, or at least as I don't know how to say it without giving away much spoilers, so I'll just give you the literal bare bones. You gotta get Ellie to a destination. I don't want to give away why or where you're going because that's a major spoiler, you'll see. Now the fucked up part about this game is that the infection is based off a real thing. However, in our world it only affects ants. However, scientists have said it could one day evolve to affect humans. So this game could actually become a reality one day, which is pretty fucked up. However, more than just the story are the questions that the game asks. Are we worth saving? What are you prepared to do to survive? And is death better than living in a world that has been turned into straight hell? And honestly, there are no clear answers. Ellie and Joel play off each other very well, as she has never seen a world like Joel remembers it, so things he takes for granted she has never seen. On top of that, the infected you have to deal with are creepy and menacing, and they add to the tone. However, it's actually the military who will actually creep you out the most. They kill without mercy, or even meaning in some areas. If they think you're infected, you're dead. This game is the kind that leaves you wanting more, and yet you almost don't want to see what might happen next. Again, no spoilers, but damn, they did a fantastic job on this one. The story earns a perfect 10 out of 10. It's probably the most thought-provoking game I have ever seen. Finally, let's take a look at customer care. This game released with a massive save list that made it unable to save if you had auto-saving enabled. While it has been fixed, the fact that such a major glitch wasn't called in the QA testing kinda hurts the rep. Naughty Dog has a well-earned reputation as a gamers company. Something like this really hurts. Overall, I give customer care a 7 out of 10. Great game, guys, but a game-breaking glitch is just disappointing. Overall, Last of Us earns a 45 out of 50. This game is the most amazing thing I've seen on the PlayStation 3. If you own a PS3, you need this game. That's it for this review. For more reviews or anything else gamer-related, please head over to holdtheline.com. Until next time, my name is Vegagoose, saying that's my opinion. What's yours? I'll see you next time.